Well, good evening, everybody. That famous Home Office booklet is a victory for everyone who raised concerns about illegal immigrants being sex criminals and paedophiles. It is proof that the Home Office and the Labour government knows full well that there are cultural differences between these men from the third world, and they know full well that we are all being put at risk. They have to be told what the age of consent is. You can see it on your screens right there. They have to be told what consent is, full stop, actually, as it turns out. They have to be told they shouldn't have sex with a woman who is asleep and that they shouldn't mutilate their genitals. Does anyone really need to be told these things?
Well, there you go. This is GB News Originals. I'm Emily Carver. Please do give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And do leave a comment. Let me know what you think.
Thanks. Something this booklet doesn't seem to tell them, though, is that the British have the best sense of humour anywhere in the world, which is why, despite all of the anger and outrage, we did what we do best. We took the mickey out of this booklet. People started mocking up fake versions of the booklet to highlight how utterly ridiculous this situation is. You ready? Here are some of them. In the UK, cutting off a baby's face to wear as a hat is considered rude. Doing so can temporarily reduce the free cash you get. Another one. Albinos do not have gold nuggets stored inside their skulls. Attempting to extract them may impact your asylum claim. Another one. Please do not eat your neighbour's pets. Be kind, be respectful, be welcome. Another one. In the UK, voodoo human sacrifices are not permitted. It is still illegal even if the person consented. Look, we laugh, but, you know, we all know there is obviously at the core of this an incredibly serious point here. I had hoped that this would be a moment of reflection for some people on the left. There is still a way back for them, I think. If they apologise, they admit they were wrong, they shouldn't have called us all racist for saying that not all cultures are equal, and they could start taking the problem seriously. But it didn't happen. Listen to this from Labour MP Tris Osborne.
People who travel abroad from this country, including myself in recent weeks, will be given advice and guidance about the nations that you travel to. And there are rules in different countries around the world that have different ages of consent. All of us will look at that advice and ensure that when we travel to these countries, we're aware of their cultures and traditions.
As a woman, I'm sorry, but is this not an admission that we have people arriving in this country illegally who don't know that rape is wrong? How do you think women and girls feel up and down this country? How do you think women and girls feel in this country seeing this?
Can we just take a moment to appreciate how absolutely mental what Tris Osborne said there was? Oh, yeah, well, Brits, we go abroad, we all land at the airport. Just can't wait to find out what the age of consent is. Oh, brilliant, yeah, magic, isn't it? Oh, I was going to go on holiday to Afghanistan and I'm just going to marry an 8-year-old, I think, while I'm there, you know, when in Kabul and go around stoning some gay people to death. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, magic, isn't it? But it's just Osborne realise how it makes him sound. Like, oh, yeah, no, one of the things I think of when I go abroad is I wonder what the age of consent round here is. I mean, come on. And get this from Jess Phillips.
I understand people are interested because it's asylum seekers. At the exact same time, the Home Office ran a multi-million-pound scheme for men across the entirety of the country. I mean, I haven't actually seen the documents that you're referring to. Look, I mean, I haven't actually seen the documents that you're referring to, but actually it's as important. I used to run a project for sexual violence victims from Poland, for example.
Full bingo card there. Let's work our way through it. All right. All men are the problem. Her experience of migrants sexually abusing people are Polish, so therefore probably white, which is a very key distinction. And then the absolute kicker, she's not even bothered to read the Home Office asylum seeker booklet. That woman was the Safeguarding Minister for Women and Girls, by the way. There you go. Absolutely remarkable. It's not the first time she's come out with something like that either. And if you watch closely here, as this translator explains on LBC radio that asylum seekers literally do not understand the concept of rape, you can see the exact moment the hope fades out of the presenter's eyes.
Your understanding is, as long as it is not under 16, they think that it's okay. And if the girl is, for example, coming out of a club, quite drunk, asking for a lighter, to them, it's okay. She's giving the green light. So
there it is. That was the moment, the head in hands moment. Oh my gosh, my whole worldview has just changed. So now the Home Office is very much on the back foot, aren't they? And they are desperately trying to do some PR. You know, they said like 80,000 foreign offenders have been deported. Well, like that's a victory. I mean, how many people had to suffer as a result of that? You know? And then today, another shocking case, yet again. 2 Afghan men have been convicted of raping a woman at knife point in East London. The young victim had been stargazing with a man on a first date. And then last night, the Home Office released this footage of French police being attacked by illegals as they tried to stop them coming across the channel. Now, again, the Home Office tried to sell this as a victory. Oh, look, brilliant, we're doing something. Well, I'm sorry, what I see there is yet more proof that we are letting violent people break into Britain. I mean, the British public will never forgive those in power who knew that illegal immigrants pose a risk to women and girls and tried to lie to us about it while moving them into our cities, towns and villages.
I'm joined now.
The integration paradox. How official guidance highlights cultural divergence in modern Britain. Welcome back to Britain Underneath, the channel where we scratch beneath the polished veneer of British politics and policy to expose what is really happening across our nation. If you appreciate balanced, sharp and mature analysis that refuses to shy away from the hard questions facing our society, please consider taking a brief moment to subscribe to the channel right now. Subscribing helps this platform grow, keeps our independent voice alive, and ensures you never miss a deep breakdown of the issues shaping our collective future. Now, let us dive into today's discussion. In recent times, the debate surrounding immigration, border management, and integration in the United Kingdom has reached a level of intensity rarely seen in modern political discourse. Every government, regardless of political persuasion, finds itself walking a delicate tightrope between upholding international obligations, protecting the public, and maintaining social cohesion. However, a recent publication issued by the authorities has ignited a standard of criticism that cuts straight to the core of how integration is understood and managed within Whitehall. The guidance in question, designed as an advisory booklet for newly arrived individuals seeking sanctuary, was intended to clarify basic legal standards, social expectations, and personal boundaries within British society. It outlines fundamental aspects of public law, emphasizing consent, age boundaries, and personal freedoms. Yet, rather than reassuring the public that integration is being actively managed, the publication of such basic instructions has triggered a profound sense of unease across the country.
At the same time, the reaction from political figures and public commentators has highlighted a growing disconnect between official political discourse and the everyday concerns of British citizens. When public representatives downplay these policy measures or draw comparisons with routine travel advice issued to British tourists going abroad, it often leaves the public feeling dismissed. There is a vast difference between learning local customs when visiting a foreign nation and requiring formal instruction on core criminal statutes when entering a host society. This dynamic creates a profound strain on social trust. Public confidence in national institutions relies heavily on the assurance that border controls, background checks, and community integrations are handled with utmost rigor. When cases of serious misconduct occur, or when official strategies appear overly simplistic, it fuels a growing perception that public safety is being treated as a secondary consideration to administrative convenience. Furthermore, the pressure placed on local communities across towns and villages cannot be ignored. Housing large numbers of individuals in localized areas shortly after their arrival
creates significant logistical and social demands. Communities deserve transparent communication, robust safeguarding, and clear evidence that integration is genuinely taking place. Without these assurances, residents are left feeling that decisions are being made without due regard for local stability or long-term cohesion. Navigating these complex political realities requires open, honest, and courageously candid discussion. It is entirely possible to maintain a compassionate approach toward those fleeing genuine hardship, while simultaneously demanding rigorous standards of public safety and legal compliance. Ignoring the friction points in cultural integration does not make them disappear. It only deepens public skepticism and weakens the very framework of social cohesion that holds our country together. Before we conclude today's breakdown, take a breath and pause to reflect on how these policy decisions impact your own local community. Staying informed on these critical issues is the first step toward demanding better governance and more accountable leadership. If you value this level of detailed, measured commentary, please take a second to hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and support Britain Underneath. Your support is vital in keeping this channel running and expanding our reach. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, and be sure to return for our next analysis as we continue to examine the real stories shaping Britain today.